Hey everyone, my name's Candice, but you can call me Candy Cane, and today we're going to talk about some great shipping tools you can have that will benefit you on your journey as a bookseller. So if you are a seller, and this could be for eBay or it can be you're selling your own books and you're distributing them yourself, you're actually shipping them out, this will benefit you to work in excellence. So with whatever you do, change your mindset to think more about the person you're serving rather than what you're going to get from it. This is important because people care about excellence, and it moves people more when you are thinking about them and how things impact them rather than just what you're going to get. So, for my business, I started putting my stuff more online because, of course, I go to vendor events, but it's easier to set up a website. So when I'm not doing that, I can still get sales. And so some of these items I started using when I was an eBay seller, because I realized when I was selling on eBay, not everybody cares about the shipping quality, like when they're shipping things. And the unfortunate part is customers don't care either. Customers do not always look at the shipping company as the one who damaged the product. Because it comes from you, it looks bad on you when the product comes to them damaged and things like that. So your job is to do your best to make sure that package is in the best condition it can be in, to be able to take whatever dings or hits it might get along the way, so your customer still gets a good item. You can't control everything, but you can do your part to try to avoid those things. So let's get into it. So when I have books, my books that I create, most of them are 8.5 by 11 inches. So the first thing I do is use something like this. This is actually a poly bag that people usually use for shirts when they're shipping their shirts. I actually use it for my books. I put the book inside so that when it's inside the bubble mailer, it will actually not curve on the edges and bend any of those parts of the book. So I put it in. This one is a 9 by 12. I put it inside there and I close it off. And then after I do that, I grab a bubble mailer. Now I got these from Amazon. All these products are from Amazon. I'll link them below if you're interested. And these are bubble mailers. They are 10.5 by 16 inches. Poly bubble mailers. I love them because they have different colors, and this one was in pink. The reason I got a 10.5 by 16 inch is because although my books are only 8.5 by 11, I wanted it to be room, so if people ordered more than one book, it still had room in the bubble mailer and it wasn't like totally cramped. And also I wanted to make sure it wasn't squeezing. So there's sometimes you'll notice if you get a bubble mailer, and let's say your book is 8.5 by 11 and the bubble mailer is 9 by 12 inches. It's so tight because it's so close to the measurements of the book that it's like you have to push it in there and like kind of force it in there. And you don't want to damage the book. Your job is to make sure the book gets there in good condition. So I got this type instead. So even if there's extra space, you can just hold it down and then undo this little sticky piece. Sorry if I look this way, it's just normal. And glue it down here. Oh, I forgot my tape. I also get tape. I'll put that on here as well. I also use tape just to reinforce. Although it has a sticky piece, I always tape here anyway, just to ensure that it will not open as well. But also another thing you can get, this is for the inside though, I forgot to say it, is a thank you card, like thank you for your purchase. I don't always like the ones that say thank you for supporting my small business, because I don't like calling it a small business. But anyway, you can get any type. This is just the type I got. It says thank you for your purchase. It's really cute. I really like the design on it. And this one came, I think, with 100. It had a lot in here. It came in this packaging, and it's all of these in there. So you get a lot for just one purchase. So that will go inside with the book before you put it in the clear poly mailer. Then on the outside of the bubble mailer, I use these. Now before I go into this, I want to also note that if you go on UPS or USPS, they have free bubble mailers that you can use, but it will cost you a little bit more because it's only for expedited shipping, just so you know. But they're free, you just have to pay more for the shipping. So, you know, it's not always good to do it in the long run. But anyway, so yes, so I got these from Amazon. It comes with a whole big roll, so it's gonna last you. And it says, please handle with care, fragile, thank you. So I always stick this on the outside of the bubble mailer, as well as this one. I got this other one, it's in a whole roll, and it says, handle with care, do not bend, thank you. I got this one specific, even though I got the fragile one, because a lot of times people don't always consider that it can be a book or something like that when you're shipping it. And again, the shipping company, whoever it goes through, don't always care. So you have to put things like that on it so it has a better chance of arriving. Now we're going to talk about, in the case that your book is not like my size book, let's say it's a smaller book, it's a novel, and we're going to talk about paperback right now. Let's say you have 2 paperback books and you don't want to put it in a whole big giant poly mailer like this before you put it in the bubble mailer. Now, one thing I used to do when I did eBay selling, and I loved eBay selling, not gonna lie, I might still do that on the side because it's pretty fun. I like the process of it, is I use this. Now, this is just some shrink wrap, and it's like in this good roll. This one I didn't get from Amazon, though. I got this from Walmart. So if I could find the link on Walmart, I'll also put this down below. It wasn't too expensive at all. And so what you would do is you would hold it on one side, and you'll hold the 2 books together, if it was 2 or even 1, and you just wrap around your books. And the whole point of this is the same thing we did with that poly mailer. We're trying to help the book not get the edges damaged. And so then, oh, I hate that little sound that it makes when it touches. Now it's all wrapped up really nice, and so then you can put it in your bubble mailer, and it's really compacted. If you wanted to put the thank you card in there, you can simply slide it underneath a little bit. Oh, I hate that noise though. It's like a very, like, nails on chalkboard sound. And it can be inside like that, or your business card could be in there, or whatever. That's another option. Also, if you have 2 hardcover books or a hardcover book, this is just another option. You can do the same, where you wrap it up. Probably not gonna do it again because that noise really made my skin it gave me goosebumps. You wrap it around really tight so the edges are protected. You want to protect that book. And then you can, you know, before you do it or after, put a thank you card in there, your business card, put it in the bubble mailer. These are little things you can do just to give your books a better chance in the shipping process. The last thing I want to tell you is, when you're shipping books or media of any kind, it can be movies, DVDs, CDs, books, workbooks, they can be shipped, if you're using USPS, they can be shipped using media mail. Now, you can look it up for your state. I don't know if it's different per state, but I'm in Illinois, and so in Illinois, you can ship books or media using media mail, and it makes it way cheaper. So for example, if I'm shipping one of my 8.5 by 11 inches books, and it's like not super, it's based off weight and the size of it and everything, usually it's $5 or less just for that shipping. Normally that shipping would have been $10 to $20+ just for that one book. But with media mail, it takes down so much of that price. So utilize it if you can. That's a great resource. I love using it whenever I ship books, even to my grandma. I love it. So I hope this helped you, and I'll leave all these things down below if you're interested. I'll put an affiliate link just so you know. All right, have a good day. Bye.